This meeting is being recorded.
All right, well, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. And I say us because this is a blessed gathering of all of us who are bringing with us into this room many who have beckoned you to be here this evening. And so I'm feeling the glow and the energy that I'm just being bathed in it by each and every one of you. And so I will let you know that I was completely floated out of body given this transmission. They like the word transmission. It's already beginning. And so what was shared with me is ever flowing, ever growing, from the earth to the sea, ever falling, ever calling, ever coming to be, ever living, ever giving. All my children are free. Ever turning, ever yearning, they return unto me. And so this morning I awakened with a message to prepare myself to open the 4 directions. And not having followed through and done so, I had observed on the Fae site that perfectly lying there was the sacred wisdom opening of a circle. And so we'll begin there, and then I'm going to allow the magic to unfold as it's been orchestrated, not by myself this evening, but I think we just got a hint based on that little passage that starts our way. Okay, so reading, and this is very traditional, the 4 directions, the calling in of the 4 directions. The winds of the south, great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us to shed the past the way you shed your skin. To walk softly on the earth. Teach us the beauty of the way. To the winds of the west, Mother Jaguar, protect our medicine space. Teach us the way of peace. To live impeccably. Show us the way beyond death. To the winds of the north, hummingbird, grandmothers and grandfathers, ancient ones. Come and warm your hands by our fires. Whisper to us in the wind. We honor you who have come before us, and you who will come after us, our children's children. To the winds of the east, great eagle, condor, keep us under your wing. Show us the mountains we only dare to dream of. Teach us to fly wing to wing with the Great Spirit. Mother Earth, we've gathered for the healing of all of your children. The stone people, the plant people, the 4-legged, the 2-legged, the creepy crawlers. The finned, the furred, the winged ones, all our relations. Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, to the star nations. Great Spirit, you who are known by 1,000 names. And you who are the unnameable one. Thank you for bringing us together and allowing us to sing the song of life. And so now let us begin. As we've opened the sacred circle. And now I prepare, as we invite the wisdom of the ancient ones of the unnameable ones, all those who gather before me, gather with me. I'm feeling very surrounded by your light. Having been blessed on all levels, mind, body, and spirit, may all teachings be for the best and highest of self and all of humanity. I now open myself to channel. Allow me just a moment to cast my eyes upon each and every one of you, for I know you and I know you each so well. I'm feeling now the energies. I invite you to take a moment and look upon your brother and your sisterhood of light who have gathered here this evening. You know them intimately, for they reveal their energies to you through their heart, our signature, our flame, our divinely orchestrated birthmark we carry within us. And we share with everyone. And so now we are most delighted that you've come to join us on this lovely night, which you know as your winter solstice. The way of the ancient and the way of the old and the way of the true and the way that we have always been guided forward by the skies, the sun, the moon, all the elements, earth, wind, fire. And I have there is an element that's missing. Something far more enchanted and magical seems to await us as we prepare to journey into an element of love and light. Ah, yes. Okay, now we prepare. There is a great gathering amongst us. Take a moment and be greeted now by your ancient ones as they're eager, most eager. They're most eager. Okay. All right, now. Shall we continue? All right. Let's settle these energies down for a moment. There's been a lot, and this was the calling forward. We are grateful that you have joined us here this evening. You have been working tremendously hard with the significant energies that have been bathed upon your planet, and you being the ones who are utilizing your vessels to anchor that holy light down into the crystalline grid of our central sun in the middle of the earth, where your elemental and your fairy realm, when we speak of realms, many realms have not been amongst us in this world. They faded away and they're returning. And you have seen much enchantment and much magic and much incredible unfolding, all of which you are responsible for, all of which you have contributed to. You truly are the dream weavers and the magic makers. Are you feeling the anticipation with great excitement as we are preparing now? Many are gathering, and we're going to do a little time traveling, not unlike that which you do yourself, for we know you are all very well adept at time traveling. Moving in and out of worlds is becoming that much easier for you. And we really, truly wanted to gift you with an extraordinary evening of your own enchantment and magic and the creational, mystical, mythical, magical realm that once had faded away and had thought to only be a legend still exists. It exists within your hearts. And tonight, we beckon you to join us to return to your world. As we part the mists of Avalon and as we lift the veil, so together we will walk amongst our ancient ones. We will return with our gifts, well in hand, well in heart, and well in knowing. Much of the strife and the hard work amongst you is coming to this phase, shall we say, this cycle, this 3-year cycle for which you've all been readily engaged, has done much to advance our humanity and has done much to return the realms of the fairy and the ancient ones, to bring them back into our hearts. The energies that you now have anchored on this planet is lifting the veil of what was known as the old world is now the new world. It is known to you, it is known in the fiber of your DNA and your beingness. Yes, I sense many of you are already beginning to receive there in your own mind's eye. And you're being met now by your guides. You're being met also by aspects of your own higher self. what you know as your own higher self, has never been something outside of you, but always within you to tap into and to bridge that connection. And that is the gift that these energies bring. It's a coming home within. It's a coming home to your hearts. Coming home to what was once the old ways. And now we use them as our way to shine the light of the way forward. So we commend each and every one of you. And we make sacred of this evening. And we make sacred space for each and every one of you to know that your journey will be well met by memories that you had thought only once faded away, and a return of familiar members of your heart family. And so now, invoking the energies of the High Priestess, of the Great Mother of Avalon, we prepare you now for the lifting of the veil that's made ever so thin by your own risen states of consciousness. And so now the element of water returns. For it is our way, our passageway to Avalon. As we travel along, together with our journeyman rowing on the still waters. A breeze ever so gentle. Our hearts carrying the heart flame, the torch, as you're all bearers of the light. And we bless you on this night. And so now, knowing that Earth is safely wrapped around you, the Great Mother unveils the holy isle of the old world, and inviting you to now step upon the shore. And here you will see a passageway, a pathway, as we travel together into the sacred forest, making our way. As one in heart and one in song and one in joy. It feels so familiar. Take a moment now, look around. In a moment, all of you will be met by your sacred guide. Perhaps not only one. Some of you may be hearing the sounds of Avalon, once only known as whispers in your dreams, are returning now. The radiant brilliance of voice and song, beckoning you to dance. Come join us now. Come join us now by the well. Here we invite you to take a moment and look upon your own reflection. Who is it that you see peering back at you? Ah, yes, the memories are being returned. The heart of Avalon and your memories of your ancient ways and wisdom in the face of Avalon is mirroring back to you. We invite you to absorb the essence of the purity of your love and your light and your mirrored soul reflection. We bathe you now only in pleasant memories. Now as we leave this holy well, each of you take a moment to be greeted now, if you have not already met your guide. Ah, yes, and so now they invite you. It's easy for you to communicate back and forth. And so now with your own heart wisdom and your flame of fire bright within you, we invite you to join your guide, who will know precisely where upon Avalon is the right location for you to meet. And take counsel and receive the wisdom of your all-knowing memory. Here you may ask questions, seek guidance. We have a fire lit. The stones are standing. The cool walls along the castle walls. Welcome to Avalon. Welcome to the home of the Holy Isle. Your home. For when the veil lifts to reveal the old world, what you see is the new world, your world. For some, it's true, perhaps, this two worlds have become one, as you've begun to experience in your day to day. Very familiar surroundings for some, a new awakening or remembrance for others. And yes, it is true, the eagle will fly again and does fly again. So great return of the light and your destiny restored in all balance and harmony. And receiving that word from the Merlin that if not having done so already, there is an invitation for your guides to leave you with a talisman, a portal, a way of returning to Avalon, a way of knowing your way home. For we too wish to support you because your world, the making of your world, is our world. But we leave that for the light counsel that you're receiving now, and you will know the significance. You will know the meaning of the Holy Isle and the ancient ways is the truth and the only way. We're gods and goddesses, there's many among us. There's only one, and that is love. It's the only way. And if you have a felt sense of being done, then you will have left knowing that you can return here at any time. And if you should like any of you to record your experience, we bid you to do so. But we know for you and many of you, it's in your heart, it cannot be forgotten. Only more can be reawakened to be remembered. For you will use this wisdom. You will use your gifts as you already are, knowing that they're enhanced. It's quite lovely and it's very hard to return. Just know that there is no separation. There's no separation between worlds except for the energies that you hold in any given moment that might create the illusion of separation. The much you have done to restore the coming together of these two worlds, once thought of as separated and split, are now merging together as the old steps forward to teach the new and the new steps forward to restore the old. In the balance of love and unity and compassion, it's the only way forward now. Your hearts are your lanterns, your golden compass, your light. And none of you should be ever so surprised should any of your galactic cosmic friends be amongst you here. Any unpleasant memories are met with simply a remembering that we are in the year 2018 and we do shed tears for what had gone before us is now behind us, but it gives us the knowing of precisely what it is and how far we've come and what we've returned to do. Many we listen ask, how do we walk in these two worlds? How do we exist? How do we function? As you awaken to more of the truth and the truth for which you have been a historical part of. But that is the truth, and the only way forward is to bring that with you into every now moment and live from that space. And so now we do hear you asking this very, very critical question for which we ourselves have asked of you on many occasions. How do you do it? How have you been doing it with the energy so dense and your planet so heavy? Lifetime after lifetime you've struggled and strived. Because in your heart you knew that was not the way you could ever leave this beloved home in the state of ruin and chaos. And so many times we've asked, And now you've been shown just how ancient and wise and incredible you are, having come together and band together as you have. Going forward, the only way to do this is a collective. No more separation, no more lines. Come to recognize yourselves as the fusion of one. For your mission is our mission. And your mission was always known to you. And you'll come to see you've always been carrying out. For some of you, you carry this world in your mind's eye always, and that's what we ask you to do. Walk in this world. Create in this world. It's alive in your every cell. There is no reason to step back. Sensing the energy now that you all carry in your hearts, you're quite satiated and quite full. And quite filled with the blessings, and the cup runneth over with the receiving of love. Going forward is about you have gifted and given much. And now it is an opening, the great an opening to receiving. So call upon the sky and call upon the earth and call upon us all. For we are here with you, sharing in this one united mission. We are not so separate after all. And that which you wait for in your own imagining of awaiting has already arrived. In the blink of an eye, it is here now. So now slowly, slowly I invite your guidance, your council of light, your guidance that's with you. Breathing the reflection of you that was once held and shown to you in the appearing back from the holy well to now be absorbed into through your crown, all the way through your chakra, out the root, back up, in and around the beautiful earth, back up into your heart, and here it stays with you as you forever. Returning now, taking a few nice deep breaths, ever so slowly. There's no separation now. You can slip back here and return anytime. Pleasant, pleasant. Peaceful, peaceful, calm, calm. As you slowly begin to awaken, the room awareness that you return to Avalon in your own mind's eye. And as the others prepare themselves ever so slowly, would anyone care to share of their experience? Just get a felt sense of your bodies. That's right, move around, move around. It's a great place of healing also. So some of the things that you have struggled with more recently, the joints, much we have been observing. Know also too, you can come here for your own chamber of love and light, of restoration and peace and healing. As you've learned the ancient ways, we have herbs, we have much here in the way of medicines. Would anyone care to share? Or shall I take counsel with your counsel?
Okay, I'll go if no one else wants.
We
I would
welcome
like to
that.
share.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I've seen at least 40 different people and other beings and entities, all kind of beings, many different species and humans, and I believe some lost souls. And I saw something, and Charlie was talking to me all the time and teasing me, my Pleiadian teacher. So I saw a rabbit going from leaving the hole, and it was explained like, well, you don't need to go to Wonderland anymore because Wonderland is coming to your awareness, to your reality.
Yes.
So beautiful. I felt the expansion in my heart, and I don't know. I just can't remember. So many situations. I don't know how long we were, but it was just so many things happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was deep, very deep. Now, what I received is that there is like someone energetically, like a being around us that we don't know. We're not familiar. Any of us are not familiar with that energy. It's like someone new approached, and we're going to investigate that in the future. but that being is going to be there for a while with us.
That is right. Very astute of you, Sasha. In all due time and all due knowing. And that being right now, as I perceive it, is you, and each and every one of you is the new being that has become birthed. What a most pleasant and so simple, as the expression goes. And young Tammy took a moment to reflect that she too has having her own encounters with the rabbit, but it is most true and so eloquently put to you by your counsel that you no longer need to travel to Wonderland. The enchanted, the magical is here, it's now. Is this not a heavenly place of otherly place that is now your place, your home within you? Thank you for bringing that back. And thank you for holding that light. And thank you for sharing from that heart-centered space as you move forward in your own journey to assist and support others. First and foremost, know that we are here to assist always and support you in the doing of what you do. As you have taken these roles with us as our counsel throughout the historical timelines of the coming to the now. That is lovely. Anyone else care to share?
Sure, I'll share.
And there's no expectation on everyone. All sharing is sacred, and all is sacred within you.
Yeah, I'll share mine.
Wonderful, thank you.
Started off where I was in the heavens. I was in an orb, floating through the eye with my angels behind me. I can see the clouds below. And as I was flowing forward, I passed this, looked like Earth, some form of planet or Earth, greenery, pillars, and just hundreds of little children in a row. And I heard little voices saying that we are the new children waiting to be born. And then as I kept flowing along, then I can see different time zones of where I was been here several times before. I was meeting all the people of those times, all the collective people.
That's right.
As I was told this, these are the people of the collective of the certain period of times. And as that was being said, there's just like they're all flowed into my heart. You could just feel them all just flowing in. And then
Those people, might I dare say, those ancient ones, those people that you refer to are aspects of you returning to
yes,
your heart flame.
yes.
Very,
And
very
then
beautiful.
yeah. And then as I was traveling, it was kind of like they're saying, wait a minute, you have to see this moment. Sorry. It's a little touchy here.
That is all right, brother. A weeping heart is a true heart.
There were the 16 people that I helped cross over on the weekend. They were present and they were saying thank you.
Mm-hmm. And we thank you.
And then after all that, I came to another spot and I was settling down in some nice green plains, but seemed like it was about 20, 30 feet above the ground. And the angels told me, said, this is the new Africa. And then you can see the other people all around. And then you can see different animals, birds, etc. and said, "This is now Mother Nature, and all of what you see is all balanced out. The numbers have returned."
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then I remember you saying about we could return here to this place if we wish to. And as soon as that happened, a huge golden arch staircase came from the ground and went straight up into the heavens. And I started flowing back up there. And then next thing I knew, it was almost like I was sitting back here, but I had a leopard on my lap. And this child was there facing me, and it was me.
That is right, dear brother. When you saw these children were each and every one of you, and you're being birthed and rebirthed in every given moment. The cycle continues.
Yes.
Imagine the eyes of the children that you look into. Even in the adult form, the child within them is you.
Mm-hmm. That's what I perceived as well. And then I kind of just floated around, just like I was in a ship. It was just floating around, turning, going up and down, and this says, "You will remember this." And then I started tearing up a little bit, even at that time. And then I was shown uh, ancient pottery with hieroglyphics on it, everything exactly. And then here I was again. And everything was in gold. So, yeah. Then I come back to reality.
You have to where?
To reality.
Please define reality, please. This was the whole purpose of our time travel, that there is no time and there is no traveling. You're all travelers of time in the now moment and the makers of your new moment.
Well, back into my new moment.
Yes, it can be very disappointing. I perceive that we recognize that, and we do honor that sense of separation, that sense of illusion and vision, and then we have this dense feltness of being in as you described, a reality. But what is a reality? We need to redefine our inner and understandings of such context, of words.
Yes.
So beautiful. As that child, you see yourself as the child. As that eagle, you see yourself soar. In all those experiences, you shall not forget, because you cannot forget who you are. You've just been only seeing how very busy you are in the moments of what you call your reality. But many, 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 many realities are playing out simultaneously in every given moment.
Right.
So we fill you more and cast you more with the golden light and the essence of knowing that your reality, brother, is our reality. And we would like for you to have that burden lifted from your heart, so that you may soar and sing and be magical in every way and every day. Permission is what each and every one of you need to give yourself now. When you step, when the veil lifts and it thins to the degree in which you have been creating and allowing for that to happen, then it really is letting go and shedding the old beliefs that there's only one way of being, and that was to conform with the way of your world. But now you've come home within yourselves to the way of the real world, if you choose the world of real. The old world being your new world. Everything that you have strived and struggled in sky and land. The only way forward, and for the shedding of those old belief systems, is by bringing the essence and the truth in every given moment into the now moment, and living from that central point of new energy, creating more energy, creating more of that which you desire to experience, that which you desire to receive, that which you desire to live, and that which you desire to be. It's been a heavy, heavy burden on all of you to carry the separation and the perceivable separation. This is a holy night. It's a very magical and enchanted night, but it is the marker of a new beginning, of this being your new way forward. As a new cycle begins, as all cycles are about the birth, the death, and the rebirth. It requires carrying the lens from when the veil is lifted out into every now moment, perceiving your own world around you, even the chaos, from that new perception, that new heightened states of awareness and new perception. Behaving in a manner that creates a world around you, with those around you, that you desire to experience in your every now moment. Some may feel that this is hairy-fairy, but you have come too far to accept that anymore. And it matters not in any given moment what anyone else perceives. Only what is sacred to you and in your hearts. No one can separate you from that unless you give them permission to. Those are beautiful, not only memories, those are beautiful truths, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Very real, and very now, and very present. Mm-hmm. Beautiful sharing from both of you.
Thank you.
Beautiful sharing. And I ask you, who is the reflection looking back at you in the well, from the holy well, on the aisle?
It's my own reflection.
That is right. The ancient one, the wise one, by the form in which you hold it now. That's only that. And our other young brother, whose reflection did you see mirroring back to you?
I saw someone, as I said before, someone new. I know it's me, and as you said, it's all us coming into our awareness, other versions of us or something. And this was, I know that this being had horns, and it looked absolutely beautiful, but it was different than anything else I've ever seen. So I'm integrating some new, let's say, foreign aspects of myself, and I accept that completely.
This is quite beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is precisely what we beckon you to do. Begin to absorb, begin to integrate. All that you see outside of you, call it in. All the higher counsel and the light of the sky and the earth, also who seek to join you, absorb. Call forward the state of your highest self. This has been young Tammy's journey, and it has served her well. And get to know your own new frequency and your own new connection. And that will give you great strength to carry that face forward, that energy forward, that love of self forward. We invite you to indulge greatly in your own selves now. And we ask you now, as we enter into a new cycle of beginning, that we release our energies and we release the old belief of needing to awaken anybody. Stay centered and grounded in your own awakening. That in and of itself is enough. That's all. And that will be the ripple effect, and everyone is growing and expanding as a result of you, or we would not be having this conversation on this most blessed holy night. Oh, there's much, much of the old ways of the truth to be restored. Each and every one of you, we are inviting you. You're going to remember, and you're going to know it as only one truth, and the other world just simply falls away. Things that you once have been shown of the way, things that you have once been taught, only but a distant, faint echo in your ears, a bad taste in your mouth perhaps. But you don't need to take up arms to fight for that truth. You simply need to hold it in your heart center, hold it in your now moment, and allow the magic of more to be revealed to you as you reawaken the truth. Stay awake within you. That's a knife. Your vessels, your Merkaba, your vessels have been taking on tremendous amounts of light. You've been integrating much in energies alone and in light alone. Hasten to even think it's not just the awakening to the truth of who you are and the integration of your higher aspects of self, your future selves who are already in existence, already in preparation, and emerging with no separation now that's occurring. You have vast amounts of light entering your body, and you're anchoring that down into the planet. So it's enough just to stay there with you. And when we know that you are with you, then you will attract more light to you. And that will be your collective, your unity, your love, your family, and the connectivity and the connection of your own expansion and growth. And that in and of itself alone will ripple out and allow. This is an evolution. This evolution has begun so very long ago. We are in a cycle of the evolution at a very, very rapid, accelerated rate. So thank you very much to both of you. And we bid anyone else who would care to share.
I kind of hopped on late,
Mm-hmm.
but when I did pop on, then I did see colors, I did see some stars, and then when you were talking about being in the place and integrating everything together, I did see like everything kind of swirling together at me, like into my body, like all worlds kind of combining. And then when you did say look into the water surface, I saw a girl, but she was a little bit younger girl, and I saw that reflection come back. And then just, yeah, as you were saying, like to leave, I just saw like kind of like bursts of colors and kind of like a tunnel, and just, again, it was just kind of like everything was kind of combining. So even though I did happen late, I was able to like get a lot of the visuals and just kind of like go with it. And it was very, very nice. So
Wonderful. Thank you for your sharing. And we are quite certain, as you know, there's no separation from what occurred in this now moment, that you can take that with you. And much has been active in your dream world as well. Very active in your dream world. But your dream world is right here. And as the rabbit has told you, you know, that wonderland, no need to close our eyes anymore. The eyes are wide open in all moments. So thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And we were most intrigued to hear from you in the days and the weeks to come as the magic for all of you continues to unfold and reveal itself. This is just but a glimmer of it to initiate you, shall we say. We have light orbs moving through some of your rooms, see? To let you know there's no separation. And anyone else, is everyone doing okay with their emotion? Good, good. The heart is quite a beautiful place. It activates much, doesn't it? All right. So shall we?
And would you like to share something? Because I'm getting that there's something happening and you're shy or something. So maybe it could be beneficial for others. I'm just guided to tell you this. So whatever you want, you know, if you feel like, please share.
We'd like to say right out of my third eye to your from young Tammy's lips to your mouth. Yes, there is a sense of someone who has something that will create quite the spark, but it's okay. Okay. Oh, she's muted. Oh.
Hear me?
Yes, thank you so very much.
I had two different experiences. One where I was an old lady, standing by the river in the woods, touching the river as it flowed. I could see a house off in the distance. I did, when you told us to look at our reflection, I saw a being that I've never seen before, different female. She was blue. She had longer hair, yellow. But when the guides came in, I have a guide who's about 15D. He wears gold and white.
That is true, yes.
He came in and took my hand, and I have a lot of galactic children around me. So he walked me into them, and they kind of said that it was time for me to step forward, and they all put their energy on me and gave me different things.
Yes. Take your time, breathe into that emotion. It's quite all right. It creates quite a stirring.
And there's many galactic children of all different races. I heard creativity and wisdom, purity, and they just kept handing out things. So
The Great Mother thanks you. These children were very, very excited for all of you. We really, really have to give much credit and thank you for young Tammy, because she was put through quite the experience. Having seen the anticipation and the excitement and the enthusiasm of so many gatherings so quickly to enter the room, and the children being so close to her heart and the heart of all of us, it created quite a flutter. So thank you. The children, thank you, as you know, and you are bestowed with all your gifts, and you do not walk alone. We no doubt for all of us, for many of us, is very, very, very difficult to overcome, and yet it is done. It's just simply done. That belief system in your sleep tonight, ask for that release, anything that holds you back and in separation from stepping forward. You never walk alone. You're surrounded with all that love that surrounded you, walks with you and through you and beside you and above you and within you. And take your time and have fun. You'll only be being you. You cannot not be anyone else now. This is really what the discovery is. We're becoming more of ourselves. And we work so hard from the time we arrive to integrate into everybody else's way. And now it is about integrating back into your way. It's the only way. It's the only way to feel right, and it's the only way to keep the veil lifted. And so you'll only be showing up, our beautiful, shiny one. You will only be showing up being you. All of you will only show up being you, your authentic, whole self. Impressed you, because we're all very impressed. None of this has been made possible before. The return of all these visions, these realms, the integrations of your higher selves, your very faithful. So many galactic star worlds, nations slipped away, out of view, out of memory. You're really, truly rebirthing the planet, the new earth. It's now. There's no more waiting. So no more integrating into anyone else's way. Only your way forward will do. Children are still very present. Young Tammy's heart is just beating, 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 beating. All of you were met with children. All of you in some way met your own child, the child that you're birthing in this moment. You will never look upon yourself in the same way. And we invite you now, never look upon your brother or your sister as anything less. Even those who present with great density and chaos in their auric field, in their energy. They too are on the evolution to finding their own way home. Stay in your own pillar of light and leave them be in theirs. Would anyone else care to share? Is everyone feeling quite contented, quite peaceful, quite calm, quite filled with the blessings of your unity and your love? You worked so hard. It was our heart's desire to restore a balance, to give you back what you have been giving. Feels pretty good with the veil lifted, does it not? Continue sharing. Continue to pull each other together, pull each other up, to keep each other lit. You've done this before. You've not done it alone, not any one of you. You've not done it alone. Here in this room before you is all the counsel and the guidance that you will ever require. And the one who looks upon you in the mirror and through your eyes. Well, energy has a way of making itself known now, doesn't it? Everybody has quite a bit of static, positive electricity in your heart center. That is you. That is your energy. Well, I guess the House of Merlin has just lit some firecrackers off, and we have a wonderful, wonderful array of sparkling light for all of you on this New Year's Yule Eve. All right, now we take a moment and we thank our young Tammy. We thank her. We have really given her more than she had anticipated as a task this evening, having changed directions with her heart at the last moment. But as you know, there is no preparing. There's only showing up in the now moment. And these transmissions are designed only for that, and to be received and to create an energy wave and a frequency for you to carry forward. And you carry forward in your light, pillars of light that are anchoring down into the ground. And so we thank you. The circle was opened. And no direction and no element is forever closed to you. Where there is love, there is always open space. You go with the circle of the oneness. As God, sovereign and free. So we thank you. And we thank our young Tammy. You're taking a moment to bathe her in white light, to remove any shadow of doubt. As we know that many of you struggle with that also sometimes when you return, you perceive yourself as lesser than this moment in this moment of energy that you held when you delivered the transmission. And so now we bathe her with white and golden light so that she may be at peace in her heart and calm and knowing that all was divinely right, perfect and whole as it was meant to be, and all received the love and the transmission and the counsel that they needed to receive. It is never always about, it is never, see, she's already trying to correct me with her doubt, and she knows. We stop, we pause. It is not about you. This is on the counsel that works through you always. And so be at peace with yourselves always and carry no doubt. You are loved, and you are the holiest and the highest of light, and the order of that light stands with you and within you. So now bathing, flushing, clearing all of you, the golden essence of aura and light. Oh, we cannot wait to see how you co-create and how you co-create with this collaboration of energies. And you think you have met some, more are coming. Okay.
Nice job, Kelly.
It's been it's been about an hour and a half, it says.
Seems like a half an hour.
I can tell you from my perspective, I was most prepared, and then slightly ever so not prepared, and then quite taken off guard when they had removed when they had removed an see, I guess there is no separation. When they had so I'm learning, and they're playing with me and they're teaching me as we go, because there really is, you know, when you hold that vibration, when you hold that frequency of your highest self, you just don't split back into the other world.
Yeah.
You bring more and more of that light in with you. So that's what's happening here. I'm being shared. And then for me, when all the guidance started to walk, like, whoa, it got huge. And they had taken away an element. And it was like, I felt this sweat pour through my body and this warmth, but I could feel golden light. And I'm like, I was starting to go further and further away from resisting that, to say, like, wait a minute, I forgot an element. And it was all in divine orchestrated order. And that's what we learn, right? I'm perceiving an element's been lost, but they wanted to open the water element for us to travel through. And that's how it was. That's why it was held back. So yeah. So thank you for that. But the energies, I don't know who's come in, because it was like, and then I was pulled off in everyone's different directions. The visions were just wild and magical, as shown to me as well. But my heart is exploding right now. Like, just on fire. Yeah. Was that okay? Was that a good felt experience for everyone?
It was beautiful, Tammy.
Beautiful.
Good.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yes, very beautiful.
Ah, lovely. Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah. And I hope we have 2 others that are still with us. It's okay not to be online, but I hope they're okay. Sue, you're here still, and Gwen?
I'm here.
Good.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Was there a lot of, so I know that they wanted, the Holy Isle was the intention. I knew it was going to be enchanted. What I had received in Nicole's notes version was that I could just sit back and relax. And this was meant to be a celebration of each and every one of you, and an opportunity to not do any work, but to receive. And I perceive you received a lot tonight.
Yes.
Good.
Sure did.
Wow. My heart. Michelle, thank you for bathing us in the golden light.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know.
Michelle. Thank you.
Can you hear us, Michelle?
Sorry, what was that? I keep my connection is unstable. It keeps flashing on the screen, unstable. But yeah, did a great job, Tammy. Thank you very much.
Oh,
That
thank
was good.
you.
Thank you.
I was thanking you. The last thing I remember was the bathing in the golden light, right? Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lots of energy tonight.
Yeah, there
Yes.
is. That was a lot of space to hold. Sue, did you experience energies as well?
I don't, well, just a minute ago, I got really warm.
Yeah.
But
Throat stuff.
I felt like when you started leading us through, like with my guide, I almost felt like I wasn't sure. I was like, is that you, Jesus? You know, I wasn't sure if it was Jesus or another guide. And so I didn't go too much further in, you know, compared to the other people. I just kind of started going there, but then I didn't, you know, go much further. So.
May I ask, I did sense Yeshua's presence, and I also know his presence, and it's been shown to me, and I mean, that could be another channel transmission or a sharing about his visitation. I do know that there's, I don't know, was anyone taken to a cosmic chamber? Was anyone taken to, it's almost like an amber, like almost like a fluid chamber, like a womb-like fluid chamber. For rejuvenation, for revitalization, for restoration, for slumber. I mean, so were you stopped by the notion that Jesus could be your guide?
Kinda, because it was kind of like, is this real or believable? That he could be, and then I kind of was taken aback by that, and then yeah, I think I couldn't go any further because I think I was maybe would be shocked or surprised, and I don't know.
That's interesting. And I had ignored a bit of guidance that I had gotten because I do recall feeling very much like I wanted to say, you know, the rules, the road and time and travel are that we trust the journey. We trust all that we, you know, all that is shown to us, all that, and if we're not receiving anything, we can begin to make it up and use our imagination and let it expand from there. So that's wonderful, Sue. So you can continue that at any given time. You can call that experience back. You know, it's just only been an introduction. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
I think at the time I was like, I don't know, you kind of, I was kind of thinking at the time like, is this Jesus? Like, am I worthy for him to be my guide? And I shouldn't think that way, but I was kind of taken aback, I guess, at the time.
I'm glad.
And I shouldn't feel that way, but I kind of felt that way.
You know, Sue, that's
all
just...
the ascended masters are there for us, everyone. So there is not like you're not worthy or someone else is better than you. So you can tune into any kind of energy or frequency. If Jesus showed up, it's for a reason. So the Christ consciousness is bringing something to you or into your awareness. So don't feel that way. It's almost like religious perception of Jesus, and we're over that. So it's something
I know.
more. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a little bit of the past Catholicism creeping in.
No. He existed. He existed as a man, and he played the same role in which he seeded the planet for us to return to play the same role.
Yeah.
You know,
I was just kind of making a joke about the whole guilt thing, like you're not worthy.
Well, you know what though, Sue, my heart went out to you because I recall, I mean, I perceive that all of us in our awakening process, and still when when energies are bestowed of such magnitude of love, and
Yeah.
like, you know, and like others might have experienced here this evening, when you're just shrouded in love and wrapped in so much light, and then you see the sacred gifts and honoring of you. I mean,
Yeah.
it you know, it can either flush you to tears or cause you to have a mirror of yourself where you still hold back that resistance of doubt. So you can ask that return of that clearing, and yeah, you are very worthy.
And
Very
I know,
deserving.
yeah, I know better. I know better. I guess it was just a little overwhelming. I was like, wait a
Yes.
minute, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing?
Well,
So,
yes, you were.
and then that kind of stopped me.
Anyone else feel that?
So, yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's beautiful, Sue. I'm glad you shared that, you know, because I'm glad you shared that.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Sue, Charlie says, be taken wherever you need to go. Just allow that journey to happen. So no matter who comes and takes your hand, just go and experience.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. And he would also like me to give you a blessing using a light language at the end, if that's okay.
Yes.
Let me know before we end this to give you this blessing, because he's not going to leave me alone if I don't do it.
I know. Is anyone else being pestered by their guidance tonight? This is like a tough, like, you know, if ever it's like trying to hold yourself in so many worlds and so many, like, it's just incredible. Anyone else being tugged away and chirped away? It's almost like, oh, we may as well just stop now and go off, because the magic's only just begun. There's more to be revealed. Gwen, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, good.
I'm good.
Share, Gwen?
What?
You want to share anything?
I don't really have anything to share.
Sure you do.
I think I went so deep that I don't remember much, to tell you the truth.
That's
don't.
excellent. That is good. That's good. Equally as good.
I
Yes.
saw fairies, a few fairies on the way back. I saw a symbol, like a sacred geometry symbol. I was in a forest. And then I don't remember.
Whew, wow. My heart went on the forest, pitter patter, like a horse. All these like just rode into my heart.
Yeah.
By the way, I wanted to post today. I've been getting hit with downloads. It's like a constant stream of downloads. And now I can't even call them downloads. I've just been told this is just the way it is now. And this is our new operating system. And this is what's active. And so it's, I was like having to, and then I've noticed that there was times when I was very, very, very clear, laser sharp, very focused, very in the moment, like when I went to those meetings and when I've been preparing and organizing, working on projects, like boom. And today I'm like, you know, it's like floating around like a butterfly. I'm like brushing my teeth, like I'm like, get my hair done. I'm like, oh, what time is it? I'm like, not even in this world. Like, you know, putting in laundry has been the only thing, and it's still downstairs, I've been able to accomplish. And I was saying, I had to sit down and go, help me. I cannot lose. Like, I have to stay physically present in this world and function. And they said, have you not seen how functionable and how much functioning you've been doing? All you need to do is be with the energies that are present in that now moment. There's nothing of that other world that needs attending to. Nothing. Because you know when those batteries charge up and you're in hyper mode, you're going to get everything that needed to, supposedly from the human perspective, needs to get done. So I'm seeing how that's working, those two worlds now. When my energy needs to really show up being there, they make sure that it's there and it's channeled there. And today it needed to be like the whole world was around the clock today. There was celebrations for the winter solstice. Energies were high. And the moon.
Christy.
And we've got the moon going full. And then I got a reading with Kelly and Gwen, so that's where I was started. I was going to say I wanted to go on and bless both of you and thank both of you and let others know about it. And I just couldn't get myself. I would just have moments of, oh, go and post something on this. I'm like, okay. And then I go back to what I'm like, la la land. It's like, oh, I was just like, but I had a fairy fusion. They gifted me with an unexpected, wonderful gift of a fairy fusion. And those seeds, I'm telling you, when the fairy realm comes back, when the Fae realm opens back up, I mean, that is really the sacred, like that's what they showed me. Work there. Put your energies there, because that's as a high priestess, that's my home, that's my world, that's the energies. And that was the world that I had to see fall away, further and further away as the world of Avalon was slipping further away. And, and that's where all our ascended masters go. That's where we're going all the time, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. I mean, you saw how many galactic and cosmic and beings, I mean, yeah. Yeah, so thank you. It was really like those seeds it's like popcorn. It just keeps popping and popping. And it's like, I can't believe it. It was so incredibly on in many ways, like, and the jackapole, like, I mean.
Have fun. We just love it.
What's that?
Love doing it. We have fun.
Yeah. They're fun, and they're different every time. We never know what we're getting into.
Yeah. The fun world. Fun, magical world.
Yeah.
Well, any more sharing, or is everybody? Look at Alex. Sasha, he's staying up with us all night. He's gonna watch the sun come up, the new earth, the east, the element of the east. The eagle flies in the east again, I was told.
No.
The west is falling away.
I will not wait for sunrise, but I think Suzanne also lives in my time zone. Is that correct, Suzanne?
Yes, it's.
I thought so.
Yeah, so it's 4 a.m. here.
4 a.m. Yes. But I'm not tired.
Me neither, and I was sleepy at 7 p.m. and I wanted to go to bed, and I was like, no way, and I'm not sleepy at all. But because this was supposed to happen, and I didn't even know that this was scheduled, and I literally saw it like 30 minutes before we started.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's hard to keep up with everyone, isn't it, Sasha? Yeah. Wow, is everybody excited then? Is everybody anticipating the now being even greater than the now?
Oh, for sure.
Vincent, did you have a good time? A good time.
Always. I always do.
Yeah.
Always fun and trips.
Yeah.
Tammy, I was wondering if I had met you. Were you at the International Hypnosis Foundation?
Yes.
Billy Stockwell.
Yes.
In September of 2015. I think that's when I went.
Well, Dr. Shelley Stockwell Nicholas has been my teacher all year. Actually, I started with someone else and did 150 hours, but then I went up, sorry, then I went out to Cash. You had to come up and say hi. She's been driving us. Yes, the International Hypnosis Federation is who
Yeah.
and the National Guild of Hypnosis, although I'm not going to keep up with them because, anyway, International Hypnosis Federation and Dr. Shelley, yeah.
Yeah, because I was just wondering if you were, I don't know if you remember, I think I was there in September of 2015, maybe like
No.
3 years ago.
Yeah,
Were
no,
you
this began for me in 2017. Wow.
there? Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
were you there for training?
No, I went there just to be part of the conference that she has. Yeah.
That'll be in March. I'm going down in March again.
Or maybe, yeah. So, okay. It would have been before 2017 then. Because there were some channelers there, and I was like, oh, I wonder if you were one of the channelers. But that would have been before.
I was put on the channel panel last time, but I just spoke light language. I just did a blessing. This time I'm going to have a spot talking about languages of light, and then I will be on the channel panel. They do that on the Sunday night. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this would have been before 2017. So I didn't meet you then. I was just feeling like maybe I had.
Well, I don't know. That's interesting because there's no strangers amongst us. Nobody's ever met me before. We're like showing up in each other's dreams now, right?
Maybe so.
We're just sitting in each other's rooms hanging out. Like, do you ever wonder where you go when you feel like you're like today? I mean, I was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
How many times are we walking in and out of each other's worlds? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Work your magic now. Work your magic. Alec, Sasha, can I share something? Because Sasha's here. This is a rare opportunity. Do you remember when, this goes back to the springtime. Do you remember I perceived May? Do you remember when 3 fairies had shown up, appeared in my life? One was love. They had names, and they represented love, peace, and communication. And then they were taking me to the White House with the oak tree. And they were telling me they were giving me a golden orb and reminding me not to forget, not to reclaim the power of the dragon, to not forget my dragon energy. Remember me? I'm like, dragon energy, what's that? Well, by the way, everybody, I woke up with a dragon in my face this morning with the eyes staring at me. I thought it was a tiger at first. It was a dragon right in my face. So I think what's happened, Sasha, you're laughing because guess what's happened? I don't know, you probably haven't followed the thread. But then, oh my gosh, so much has happened. That I had a dream. Kelly had a dream. No, Gwen had a dream. She posted her dream, but her dream was an overlay of my dream. And it kind of like funneled through back to the White House. I mean, even though her experience, it was just so overlaid. And then it brought through the White Wing Collective that I was channeling in the last segment. They came in, it was put, and then Magenta Pixie had posted some stuff, and the symbolism, the archetypes, and the language she used was just like, it was this big, but those three fairies have now merged into one, who's my daughter, Princess Aurora. So all those energies that were integrated, and when you look at it, that's what we're doing, like we're integrating all of that. So being the 3 fairy becomes an integrated 1 fairy, and then her name is Princess Aurora. I mean, so then it's just been a wild ride in the last short little while of opening new gateways, new doors, new visions, new realities, but in and out of each other's dreams, in and out of each other's. But it was all to teach about bilocation. It was all to teach about also too, for me, you know, I mean, the veil always being lifted and how we're working on all these different planes and that of existence. It's just incredible, but I don't even know if I've described it, Gwen, it's just my heart's been beating like it's been just incredible. But it went back to, and then I woke up with a dragon. This whole year, for what I'm gonna be honest with you, from what's been coming through for me, this whole year has collapsed, and I've really felt that time convergence of now. I get it. I get when Nikola Tesla started talking about the 369 in September. Like, I'm really getting the collapse, what it really, really means when the illumination, the tower strikes, and the whole belief and the whole, like, so that to me is an example of this whole year. It's like this film, just this reel of clips, and they're all creating and interweaving and creating new. I'm probably losing everybody. Creating new now, like a new frequency wave of now. It's like this one big timeline, 0 point. They're saying, like, it's that 0 point I'm always talking about. I mean, I even went back to seeing myself rebirthed when I did some inner child work, and that was yesterday. So this week has been like, it's like a real collapsing. And when we open that 11:11, and then you look at the 12:21 and the arc to the 12:12 to the 12:21, and that being my birthday. But every day they told me was going to be a rapid acceleration of new awakening and new awarenesses. Like, get ready for it. And every day's been like that. It's like, boom, you can see it's just like setting up the next cycle. Like, it's just setting up the next cycle. So I can really say to you guys, don't get too hung up on your own shit and stuck in the moment. It ain't real anyway, unless you give it a lot of energy. And all those people that are pissing you off, don't even give them your energy. You know, I mean, really, the permission slip is written. Live in your world, and create from that space, and be there for your brother and sisterhood alike. Like, be there for one another. You know, we can't. You know, we are the guidance that we saw looking back at us from the well. We're each other's guides. It's all we got. You know, when they really say boots on the ground, and when you get called up, all those different archetypes and deities that have been called up. We're rising to that. We're showing up. So if you're offline, it means that you're really working. I mean, it's not work. You're just really being who you are, who you are in that other, like, vibration, you know, attending to what is attended. Yeah. It's been a wild freaking week. It's been 11 to 12, 11 to 12 to 12:21. This whole year is collapsed. And you guys really drove that point home, Gwen. I'm so grateful. It's how we're stressing now. Share. Even Sue, you sharing that, you know? Yeah, just everything. I mean, because those are the seeds.
Saying I could have Gwen in my dreams.
You've already
What?
I've already had you. Come on. I've even had Alex. I mean,
Well, if you've had Alex, then you know you can handle a dragon next. Oh my gosh. How I know we have a little girl with a fever. And a mummy look at her.
She's so quiet, though. She's doing really good. Should I say that as much as I hate that she has a fever, I really like that she's able to sit still.
She's a pure reflection. I was going to say, look at that little one. Let's just take baby Kay. Can we just send you all our love?
Can you say hi, Tammy? There you go.
Hi,
Say hi, Papa. Hi, Gwen.
She's going through, and I perceive that, and I'm sure you're all reading it as such. She's going through a shift in her own energies.
Yeah.
Right? You can feel that? Yeah.
Yep.
I think that our children are going to, as we lift the veil, the permission slip is written for them to have more of themselves revealed to them. And their little
Kelly and Gwen were going to do a fairy fusion on her yesterday, but they were told not to because it was just her shift. It was just everything that she needed to kind of go through herself, and that she was okay. It was just change. So we're just taking some homeopathic medicine to ease the fever and let the transition happen.
Yeah, she's transitioning. Oh,
This is blue Pleiadian energy around her. She's integrating something from her past, but it's actually not the past, but it's a blue Pleiadian energy.
Oh, yay.
Well, then this is really fitting then. Maybe it's a good time. Whoa, I love that. So that is the sign of life, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Has she ever done that before?
No.
She's casting a circle of life, of the oneness and the unity. Yeah, she's working magic for her. She's already remembering her magical, mystical ways.
Mm-hmm. Say hi, Kelly.
See, all those children are with her, integrating into her. Yeah. So maybe this is a really good time for us to say goodnight and to have Sasha speak. Sorry, Vincent, did you want to say something?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You know, men still stupefy me. You guys communicate so differently. How you can nail it in one sentence is beyond me. And it's oh man. And that's with activated throat chakras, ladies. Oh my gosh. All right. So everybody agreeable? You guys have hung out really late tonight, and I'm sure that you wanna see what's going to open up from all of this. And guess you want to keep hanging out. I don't care.
I would imagine that Sasha
Hi,
would like.
Papa.
Hi, Kendall. Hi, sweetheart. Love you. Got on her head.
Cold cloth.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. Now we speak the same language. Nanu, nanu. Did you guys grow up with that nanu, nanu? Yeah. I would have been such a Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy.
I forgot all about Mork and Mindy.
Spock as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How about the Jetsons? I'm aging myself now. Yeah. Nanu, nanu. Somebody remembers the Jetsons. I know you do.
Yep.
And Rudolph, when he really could fly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to wrap this up by saying, and then I just want to say the obvious to each and every one of you is what I perceive right now. And that is, they have shown us that our way forward is through the heart of a child. And to just return to the infinite source of intelligence, of the innocence of a child, and be filled with wonder and creation. And when you play in that space, I mean, that's when the real magic unfolds, right? That's when we expand our worlds. I mean, our children are drawing pictures of their galactic, I mean, look at what little Miss K is going through. I don't need to go on about this, but it's an invitation to keep coming back to the inner child. So yes, so perceive that Kris Kringle is definitely going to be pitter-pattering down your chimney tonight, whatever it is. It just really fills our hearts with song, doesn't it? And that, I perceive, will help us walk between the two worlds. Because, children walk into our space all the time and see the heaviness of the adults and the density that we hold. And so now we know how that feels. And what an invasion that is on our innocence and on our space. And those brave little souls don't have a choice, but they've come here to hold that light. And we've got it within us to do it too. And so ask for more of that, and just be that little child, and be filled with fun and play, and let the rest of the world hold on to their heavy beliefs until they're ready to drop them too. Because there's so much more in this 0 point, and there's so much more in this unified light quotient. You know, there's so much more now. And there's so many more of our lights that are turned on, anchoring this energy down. And that's our source of power right there. And that means that we've already conquered. Our future's already here. Just keep calling more and more of your highest future self towards you, to integrate with you, to introduce, you know, go forward those, because it's already in existence. And love. Children give of it freely. They were just taught otherwise. Well, we've been taught, we were taught, we know the ancient ways that we were taught. Yeah. So I don't know if we're going to be, but Sasha, if you, does anyone want to add to that, or is that?
Oh, it was well said, Tammy.
I do not bad when the energies start to level off. Eh? Thank you for saying that. Yeah. I'm still going to take counsel with how I had to get started. I'm still yeah, smooth as silk, my arms. Just sit back and relax. Where's the freaking water? They don't want to let me speak. Meanwhile, they just sent me off somewhere like an owl. They put me up in a tree or something. And still I'm trying to like interfere. Oh my gosh. Okay, Sasha's got some Pallady for us. Pallady. Oh, sorry. The Arcturians laughed. No, I'm kidding. Charlie.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Pleiadian language, but let's see what happens. Mia nakata una aya kama awana aya ama sasanya ka kawana. Imia na aya kamuna naya na siaseneana ananawa kau ham mahaya san. Ani awa ayamaka ayana naya a. Ia awa sanano kaya kau sa aye. Imia mia na naswana nawa kakaya. Amyaka na aya as anamawa ka ama. Nauya na yes me aka awana ninya nanyawa na masana na iyaka awanama iya amakikiana sa anawaya katawa. Okay.
Nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goosebumps.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Everything was so beautiful.
That's where our journey began, with the light languages. Little did we know this was going to awaken and unfold. Yeah, that's how we met. We were both initiated 2 weeks apart. That was it. Yeah. My heart, that was a big heart blessing. And it was about magic, I perceive also. I was getting the wardrobe in a closet, and I was getting a golden compass. I was getting a lot of magical images. Again, instilling more of the vibration of the inner child and the awakened child is what I was perceiving. Gentle, loving, how does that flow with everyone else?
I had a tingling all over my body.
Yeah.
When he was speaking the light languages, as soon as he started speaking, I was tingling all over. It was very interesting.
Yeah, every time we hear light languages, some kind of activation, something happens.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps all over, and I could feel my heart opening up.
Yeah. Big, big heart expansion. Vincent, you too?
Yes.
And my third
Josh
eye.
is very happy.
My third eye get pressure, and my heart and all is centered.
I like that. All ascended.
Yes.
Okay, he says the circle is complete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. I wanted to say something. No. I was gonna do like language blessing. I want to leave it at that. That's perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you, everyone. This is late. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Everyone,
everybody.
much love.
I'm honored. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm going to shut off the recording.
This meeting is being recorded.